Hello, sports fans. Welcome to another exciting evening of League 1 action. We are go here on week 6 of season 14. We've got two exciting matchups for you tonight. Our first game will be Navy, led by Coach Ninja, the voice of Syracuse football, against Coach RBark, the user coach of App State. It's a user battle coming to you from North Carolina, followed by the number 2 ranked Syracuse Orange making a trip to number 9 Notre Dame. Myself, Coach Ninja, will be coaching Syracuse in that game, and Coach Ninja, the coach of the Navy midshipmen, will be the play-by-play for Syracuse. Without further ado, we are getting ready to kick off here between App State and the Navy midshipmen. Coach RBark against Coach Ninja. Two and 2 App State taking on 3-0 Navy. We see App State 121st against the run, 35th against the run, 121st in rushing, 19th in the country in passing. For Navy's part, a balanced offense, 85th passing, 96th rushing, but 17 points per game ranks them 9th in the country in scoring defense. They have the 2nd ranked rush defense and the 37th ranked pass defense, giving them a total defense of 5th in the nation. They're giving up slightly less yards per game total than App State passes for. Coaches making their final adjustments.
Navy is getting fired up down there as they get ready to boot this opening kickoff.
Navy will be kicking off. They will receive the second half kickoff. And this game is underway. App State lets it go through the end zone. No choice in the matter. And we'll begin with the ball at their 25.
Now the offense gets ready to take their first crack at it.
Navy's defense coming out in a 4-man front to face off against a spread set for the Mountaineers. Back to pass goes Patrick, and he completes it to the right side. Jared Battle fights forward for a couple of yards past the marker. Going to be a fresh set of downs at exactly the 35-yard line.
First and 10. Ball on their own 35.
3-man front this time for the Middies. Single back set for the Mountaineers. It's a handoff up the gut. And it results in a 7-yard gain for Devin Radford on first down. That's going to be second and short for App State. We're here on the opening drive here from western North Carolina on a sunny day as the midshipmen make the long journey south through the rolling hills of Virginia.
They need about 3 yards to get the first here on second down.
Two tight ends set for App State. It's a handoff again up the gut. And again, good running room as Radford picks up 9 this time. Going to be a 1st and 10 from just a yard inside App territory. Check that. It's going to be a yard into Navy territory. App did cross the midfield stripe.
From the 49-yard line, first down.
Back to pass goes Patrick. Hits the angle route over the middle to the halfback. It's good for a 5-yard gain. Going to be 2nd and 5 from the Navy 44.
It's 2nd and 5 here. Ball on the 44.
Mountaineers out of the huddle. 2 tight ends to the left side. Single back set. Back to pass goes Patrick looking. Finds a man. And it's incomplete, but it looks like they're going to flag the defender for a face mask on the hit. Kevin McCoy gets the 15-yard flag. And App State has the ball at the 29-yard line.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 29.
Spread set for the Mountaineers. Back to pass and complete to the left side. Tackle in open space. Charles Cook with a 12-yard catch off to the left. And App State goes with a no huddle down inside the red zone. Up the gut goes Radford and breaks the 1st, not the 2nd. Does pick up 8. Going to be 2nd and 2 from inside the 10. The ball resting 8 yards from the goal line.
So it's 2nd down.
2 tight ends out of the huddle once again for the Mountaineers. Off to the right side with the back on the left. Finds the tight end over the middle. Good for the 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. App State is 6 feet from Navy's end zone. Navy taking the full rest in the huddle. Comes out in the jumbo defensive package, the goal line defense. 5 wide receivers for Appy State. Touchdown to the left side, Jared Battle with a 2-yard catch. And App State strikes first on their opening drive. Navy will be receiving the kickoff shortly following the extra point and will get their first chance at offense. A 9-play, 72-yard drive. A mix of runs and passes. Takes 3 minutes and 2 seconds off the clock. Navy set to receive the kickoff here, just inside the 5-minute mark of the first quarter.
Martin is lined up to kick this one off. He just drills this one.
Kicks off to the right, through the side of the end zone, automatic touchback, and Navy will begin at their 25. Some early package substitutions. Navy taking advantage of the play clock. And now breaks the huddle, having made a couple of adjustments for the future.
As they come out onto the field. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. Quick release, tight end.
Incomplete pass to from Zach Abey to the tight end.
You don't want to just go back there and put blind faith into your throws. You need a little bit more time to evaluate the coverage.
More package substitutions by Navy, getting things ready for the duration of the ball game. And we've got 2nd and 10 from the 25. 4-man front for App State, facing off against the shotgun single back set. 11 personnel as Perry comes out of the backfield, picks up 9.5. Gave him the whole 9 yards. And now it's inches to go for Navy's first down.
It's 3rd down, and they're about the length of the football away from the first down marker. You expect this every time you're here, and you're never disappointed. This crowd is amazing. Here's the handoff, and he's taken down.
It's a loss of a half a yard. Going to result in a 4th and 1 here in the early going. The punt team comes out for the midshipmen, and after 3 plays, they're forced to give the ball back to App State. It's a long, high punt right on the sideline, just about the best you could do in that situation. An excellent punt. Pins App State back at their 17. So Navy loses no field position in that sequence.
I was really impressed with their last series. They came out with a focus on the passing game, and the offense got the job done. We'll see if they have the same strategy here.
Tackle at about the 19-yard.
Run up the middle gets 2 this time. Radford's shortest carry of the day. That's going to lead to 2nd and 8 from the 19.
Second and 8. Ball on the 19.
App State coming out in 11 personnel.
Now he's scrambling.
Out to the right side, looking, and it's deflected. Hudson Sullivan reached his mitts up there and got a finger on the ball. At the last minute, that's going to be 3rd and long. Brad Patrick brings the Mountaineers out of the huddle into a 5-wide set. Looks like Radford's in the ball game. He goes in motion into the backfield. And it's a sack. Down goes Patrick, a loss of 8 on the play. The Navy defense coming home to roost.
And long here after the sack. Walker back deep to return.
Facing a 4th and 16, no question in RBark's mind. He's going to punt the ball back to Navy. Walker waits for it just inside his 40.
Walker fields it at the 39.
Cuts to the left, has good field, lots of green to work with, and he turns it into a fantastic 23-yard return. So after a series of punts, Navy moves the ball from their 34 to App State's 39.
And while they are behind, they know they can knot things up in a heartbeat. It's way too early to change your game plan.
Out to the left of the tight end, Lee. He makes the catch on first down, and it's going to be 2nd and short as Navy gets a 7-yard completion to get things started here on this drive. They're now down to the App 32-yard line.
Second down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down.
It's the read option. They bite hard on the halfback. He takes a licking in the backfield, but AB is off and running for a 9-yard gain as a result of the play. Now going to be 1st and 10 from App State's 23.
From the 23-yard line, it's first down.
Back to pass is AB. Hits the crossing route to Jackson. Could be a face mask on the play. We'll see what the call is. It is indeed a face mask. Tit for tat, one for each team so far. And now the midshipmen have the ball at the 9, 1st and goal.
It's first down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here.
Back to pass goes AB. Hits Jackson running from right to left for 3. Now 2nd and goal from the 6 with about 30 seconds remaining in the first frame.
From the 6-yard line, 2nd down.
AB back to pass, looking, goes over the middle to Perry, and he's in the paint for 6. Navy looking to tie this game up with an extra point. as we said at the start of the drive, the exchange of punts working heavily in Navy's favor as they made up big ground in the special teams game. Now, App State on their second drive on the last play of the first quarter almost gets sacked, but he gets the pass off, and it results in an 8-yard gain. That's going to be the end of the first with a tie ball game. Going to be 11 personnel coming out of the huddle for App State here on 2nd and 2. Navy responds with a 4-man front. Quarterback's off and running and then slides to save contact. He picks up the first down and about 5 more out to the 43-yard line. Ball resting on the right hash mark as App State comes out in a 5-receiver set. Quick pass out to the left side. That may have been a zig route as Battle cut inside and then quickly outside for a 4-yard gain. That moves the ball to the 47. App State now with a 2nd and 6 here in the second quarter, early going of the second quarter, on their second drive.
Second and 6 coming up here. Ball on the 47.
The handoff up the middle to Radford gets decent yardage. Now going to be 3rd and 1 facing App State.
It's 3rd down, and this offense is about 3 feet away from that first down marker.
Handoff up the gut to Radford. Gets the first down and a couple more. Going to be 1st and 10 at about the Navy 45-yard line.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 45-yard line.
Spread set again for App State. Some machinations at the line of scrimmage as Patrick back to pass, looks quickly to the right side, makes the catch, rolls across the first down marker, and now App State goes no huddle.
And the quarterback showed tremendous poise by making a good read and delivered a nice ball to the open man.
They come out in a 5-wide set.
Almost intercepted. The defender dropped it. You know, that's one that Navy's defense wants back. But it does result in 2nd and long here from the 35.
Second down, 10 to go. Ball on the 35. Back to pass is Patrick. Heavy pressure over the middle again.
Almost the identical play. This time it's good to Radford. He picks up the first down, and App State continues to drive, now down inside Navy's red zone. Ball at the 17-yard line as they break the huddle. Navy looking to respond.
It's the 9th play of the drive.
Radford gets the first down and 5 more. Down to the 2. App goes no huddle.
Brought down around the 1-yard line. That brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal from the 1. Midshipman once again taking advantage of the full rest.
On the 1-yard line.
Coming out with fresh legs here on defense. We'll see if it works.
In the jumbo set. And he's got the
Quarterback sneak. Not much you can do there. He didn't have far to go. And he fell forward the correct distance, and they'll put 6 points on the board for the Mountaineers.
and he adds the extra point.
Precisely 5 minutes remaining here in the first half. App State now kicks off to Navy. They've been 2 for 2 on their first 2 drives. We'll see if Navy can respond once again. They did the last time they had the opportunity to do so
And it goes into the
when they held App to punt. So Navy actually 1 for 2 so far. App State 2 for 3 on their drives. Each team forcing the other to punt.
swings have been fairly
Navy needs to respond here, though.
little separation. This game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays.
Handoff up the gut to Perry. He's got a little wiggle room. Picks up 2. Out to the 27. Now 2nd and 8. We're live from Western North Carolina. These 2 users in League 1 facing off.
27.
App State led by Coach RBark and Navy led by Coach Ninja. Here in Season 14 of League 1. 2nd and 8 facing the midshipman. AB back to pass. Finds his man over the middle. Jackson picks up the first down and 3 or 4 more. Going to be out to the 40 for the middies.
From their
We've
own
got 4 and change left in the first half. Navy trails by 7.
it looks like they're going to blitz. That's a great
And down goes AB. Sacked on the play, the first one of the day for App State. That's going to force Navy into a 2nd and long, 2nd and 19. They need to get to midfield to get the first down. They've got 2 plays to do it.
They find themselves in a hole here after that sack. It's 2nd and long.
And AB goes down again. Back-to-back sacks. Now 3rd and a mile. 27 yards to go. The midshipmen need to pull out the 28-yard play.
So the sack makes this 3rd and very long. I don't know if they'll be able to hear his cadence in the midst of all this mayhem. He sails it long. On the reception.
Wide open is Richards, and that is a monster play. That is a massive play, and Navy is right back in the ballgame. The kickoff received at the goal line. A good return out to the 37. Going to be App State's best starting field position of the ball game. Here with 2:42 remaining, knotted at 14. Navy's defense back out on the field looking to get another stop.
They've been like a couple of fighters feeling each other out so far. Let's see if they start to open it up a little bit more now.
Quarterback scrambles to the right, has some room, dekes a defender. Second one pushes him out of bounds. He runs for about 25 yards, picks up the first down to the 45.
From the 45-yard line, it's first down.
Missed tackles at the line of scrimmage result in a bigger gain than what it looked to be. And Radford bounces around like a pinball in between multiple offensive and defensive players. A jumble mishmash of white, gold, and black. And somehow, like water through cracks, he slips through to the other side for an extra 5 yards.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 23.
Radford tackled for a 2-yard gain, and Navy uses their first timeout. Now 2nd and 8 from the 21. 1:41 on the clock. Both of these teams would love to go into the half with the lead. App State does have the ball at the 21, but you imagine their coach may or may not be now, thanks to the timeout by Navy, thinking, what do I call here that takes the right amount of time? And if that happens, sometimes you get mistakes. You start thinking 2 and 3 steps ahead.
Ball on the 21-yard line.
So Navy looking to put the pressure on App State by using that timeout, making them think a little bit. Big play here coming on 2nd and 8. It's a run up the middle, and it's just shy of the first down. Now going to be 3rd and 1 from the 14. Navy burns their second timeout. And it's going to be a big 3rd and 1 here, with 1:37 remaining before the half.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 1.
Up the middle goes Radford. He gets the first down. Not too much more, but enough. And App State has the ball at the 11, so not quite 1st and goal. 1st and 10 from the 11.
Third first down that they've picked up on this drive.
Now, as expected, App State burning a little bit of clock here. Navy eschews calling their 3rd timeout.
So an empty backfield with 5 wide.
We've got 1:17 on the clock.
Nice run there. Battle picks up about
It's a 7-yard gain up the middle. Battle getting the carry instead of Radford. That's a 7-yard gain that makes it 2nd and 3 from the 4. We are under a minute. 45 seconds and ticking.
2nd down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. This defense not wanting to give an inch here.
Tackled quickly, and Navy calls their 3rd timeout. He's well short of getting the 1. In fact, he lost 2. It was no gain as it was 2nd and 3, but no gain on the play. And now a big 3rd down coming here. Navy would count it as a huge win if they can hold Appy State to a field goal attempt.
This is the 8th play of this drive. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers.
Interception in the end zone. A massive turnover just before the half. He falls out of the end zone. The ball's going to be spotted at the 1-yard line. But that turnover is huge. Huge play there by the Navy defense. App calls a timeout, trying to get the ball back potentially, or maybe get a safety, although that first down play was huge for the midshipmen, getting the ball a little bit further beyond the paint.
They're showing blitz.
Perry slams into the line again. There's a flag on the play. That'll stop the clock.
Let's see who it's on.
It's going to be holding.
Number 79 on the tackle. Call it a gain of 2 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Third and 6 from the 4. Navy in their black zone, backed up against the shadow of their own goalposts.
Third down. This is a dangerous situation backed up against their goal line. Really one of the very tough places to play in college football, and it's no different today.
Incomplete pass, and with 14 seconds left, Navy's going to have to punt the football. App State has 2 timeouts. The amount of time this punt takes could be a factor.
You can bet the punter sweating to have to kick this one from his own end zone. He puts it away.
Punt up high and received at the 45. Falls forward 2. It's at the 47, and with 8 seconds left and 2 timeouts, App State takes over in a tie ball game.
This is the point in the game where you don't want to make any mistakes that give the other guys a reason to feel more confident going into halftime.
Back to pass goes Patrick. Rolls to his right. Going deep. Almost intercepted. Deflected at the last minute. And with 1 second left at the 47-yard line, App State running out of options.
From their own 47-yard line. Second down. So we'll probably get one last heave to the end zone here before halftime.
Screenplay out to the wide receiver. Tries to make some moves in the open field, but there were just too many defenders there. Navy well prepared for the play. And that ends a hotly contested first half. We're knotted at 14.
Welcome back to the action. Second half.
Second half now getting underway. App State set to kick off against Navy. Navy will receive the ball for the beginning of the second half.
This one, great kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a
Starting at their own 25. We'll see what happens.
You don't want to squander any possessions, but maybe now's the right time to dip into your bag of tricks a little. Think about some gadget plays to catch the defense napping.
Out comes AB in the twin tight end set. Finds his man running from left to right, and Frade picks up the first down and more out to the 37.
That makes it 1st and 10.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 37-yard line.
11 personnel for Navy facing off against a 4-man front for App State. Perry out of the backfield makes the catch for 5. Now going to be 2nd and 5 from the 43. Navy football approaching midfield.
Hayes comes in at quarterback.
From their own 43-yard line, it's 2nd down.
Reggie Hayes comes in to lead the flexbone formation for the midshipmen. Machinations at the line. It's the triple option to the right, and looks like Hayes picks up 2 on the play. Going to be 3rd and 3.
They need about 3 yards to get the first down here on 3rd down.
Ball at the midshipman 45-yard line.
With 5 wideouts.
Empty spread. 5 receivers out there. One of them's a tight end. One of them's a halfback. Last minute changes by Appy State. Almost intercepted. It's deflected, and it's going to result in a 4th and 3 at the 44-yard line. Punt unit coming onto the field for the midshipmen. They'll look to pin App State deep.
Rawls awaits the snap. It's a
High punt to about the 7-yard line. Bounces into the end zone. Going to be brought out to the 20-yard line on the punt touchback, where App State will take over. Just under 2 minutes gone here in the 3rd frame.
Time's getting a little bit tighter now. You got to make every possession count.
Red 2, yellow 3, check, check, dancer, easy,
He's taken down.
Run up the gut by Radford. Picks up 3. Going to be 2nd and 7 from the 23.
It's 2nd down, 7 to go. Ball on the 23.
Patrick and the App State offense coming out in a spread set. Navy with 4 down linemen. Radford goes up the gut again, and again he gets 3 yards. Now going to be third down, 4 yards to go.
So it's third down now, and they're going to need about 4.
Navy comes out in the dime set as App State comes out with a single back. Caught and short of the first down. Good tackling there in the open field. Held him just shy of the first. Looked like he might have been on the line when he caught it. But the spot puts the ball behind the line, and App State now with a difficult decision. Looks like they're sending their special teams unit out on the field. Not wanting to go for the fourth down deep in their own territory. Of course, if you follow League One, you know that each team has 12 fourth downs to go during the regular season. They can spend them however and whenever they want to, but they have 12. Neither team electing to use one so far, as we are about halfway through the third quarter. We've seen punts on multiple occasions from both sides now in this KG 14-14 affair.
Start to approach each drive thinking that if you take the lead, then the momentum you gain feels that much more powerful.
Navy starts at the 37. The handoff up the gut to Perry. He picks up good yardage. It's a 5-yard gain. Now going to be 2nd and 5 at their 42.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's 2nd down, 5 to go. Ball on the 42.
Intercepted by App State out in the open field. He is off and running. That is going to be a pick 6. It's a big play for App State.
Son of a bitch! Give me a drink! Son of a bitch! This can't play me! Son of a bitch! If I can't get clean, I'm gonna drink my life away! Yeah!
And just like that, App State retakes the lead. It's a one-score game here, halfway through the third quarter. Navy set to receive.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. He really got a hold of that kick.
Good kick, well into the letters. Navy takes the knee and will begin at their 25-yard line.
Let's see how the defense responds now, coming off that big play just a moment ago.
Brad, it's very important that this offense put that last possession behind them and just focus on trying to put together some positive plays.
Navy hits Perry out of the backfield, has the first down and more. Falls forward for 4 extra, down to the 39-yard line goes the Navy offense.
First and 10, ball on the 39-yard line.
Handoff up the gut, picks up 3.5. And it'll be 2nd and 7. Back out at the 42-yard line, where Navy was just a moment ago.
own 42-yard line. It's second down.
Incomplete pass. Nobody was open soon enough. And after going through the progression, there just wasn't enough time left to get the ball away. Now going to be 3rd and long. 7 to go for the midshipmen.
It's 3rd down and 7 to go. Ball on the 42-yard line. They'll spread the field here. Let's see what the defense does.
5 wide receivers for Navy. AB back in the shotgun set.
Now he's scrambling. Going deep.
Looking deep. The defender gets a hand on it, and it's incomplete. Now going to be 4th and 7. Out at the 42-yard line. Good position to see if Navy can get off a good punt here and once again pin App State deep. They've done a good job of that throughout the game so far. App State has not had great field position to start with yet.
Is the deep man awaiting the return.
It's a high punt, hangs up there. We'll see where they mark it. It was inside the 20. We'll see exactly where. It is the 12. And once again, App State will start inside their own 20. They've done that a few times today. And the Navy defense will take the field.
Both squads are digging in now. Let's see what happens on this next drive. They come out in an empty backfield.
Heavy rush by Navy is met by good blocking, and a broken tackle gets another 12 yards after the catch. 20-yard play there, 25-yard play. Check that. Yeah, about a 30-yard play for App State out to the 42 from the 12.
First and 10. Ball on their own 42.
1st and 10, shotgun single back set. 4 down lineman for Navy. Up the gut goes Radford. He's got the 1st down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see who it's on. It is a holding call. That's going to pull App State back to a 1st and 15 at their own 37. Nogelberg, I don't have any control over the play calling. I am giving the play-by-play as 2 other coaches take part in this game. But we appreciate the attentions so far. Minute and a half to go here in the 3rd. App State leading by 7. Back to pass goes Patrick. Looking over the middle, and it's intercepted by Navy. And just like that, the midshipmen are in business again. AB in a twin tie then set shotgun formation. And it's another sack by App State. That's their 3rd sack of the day. Going to result in a 2nd and 18 on the 50. Once again, the pass rush by App State getting into the Navy backfield and wreaking havoc.
So the sack makes this a 2nd and long.
Caught over the middle. Could have been a face mask. It was a little bit late, but the flag does come out. I thought maybe they wouldn't call it, but they did indeed, and that saves Navy's skin, gives them a first down automatically at the App State 25-yard line. Less than a minute remaining here in the third quarter. We're approaching the final frame here in a one-score game.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 25-yard line.
Handoff up the gut to Perry. Makes a zig and a zag and finds his way forward for 8. Now going to be 2nd and 2 from inside App State's red zone. 22 seconds remaining in the third. Looks like Coach Ninja, the coach of the Navy midshipmen, will have the option of taking a look at the defense, seeing if he likes it or not, and choosing to go ahead with the play or take this to the next quarter. It's a handoff up the gut to Perry. Good yardage. Once again, a hole in the middle of the defense. And that's going to take us to the fourth quarter in a one-score game. The ball rests at the 7-yard line. 2nd and goal. Navy football. Trailing by 7. Touchdown, midshipmen, and we are an extra point from a tie ball game.
Seen the end of the fireworks today.
There's a lot of time left. And I think
7:26 remaining here in the fourth quarter in the football game, barring overtime, as App State's going to take over at their 25-yard line, having not scored on offense for quite some time.
Because I'm sure it isn't good. That's the impression that I get.
7:05 remaining. Ball at the 30-yard line. And this announcer's guess is that Coach RBark was probably going to be content to let that clock run for most of the plays of this drive. He'd like nothing more than to have this be the final possession.
30-yard line. 2nd down.
Hard to do for 7 full minutes, though. Complete just over the outstretched arms of the defender. There were bodies there, just not quite close enough, and it's going to result in a big gain, a 15, 17-yard gain there for App State out to the 48-yard line. It's actually a 23-yard gain. And for the second drive in a row, App State gets a good play to get things started. The last drive, of course, resulting in an interception, the second interception of the day for the Navy defense.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 48.
And that's a sack of Patrick. He goes down hard.
Another one bites the dust, and another one gone, another one gone, another one bites the dust. Hey, I'm gonna get to two, another one bites the dust. Shoot out.
The ball now back at the 39-yard line of App State, facing a 2nd and 19. Dime formation for Navy, facing off against 11 personnel. Caught out of the backfield, but tackled immediately, and the ball comes loose. It's going to be 3rd and a mile. Spread set for both teams. Shotgun set for the Mountaineers. Back to pass goes Patrick. Rolls to the left. Looking. Chucks it deep. And it's complete down inside the 25-yard line. Another big play. Radford out of the backfield on the halfback wheel route. They've hit it twice to the right side, and now they go to the left side. And it results in another big gain. 22-yard line is where App State now sets up shop. 5 and change remaining in the football game.
Now it's 1st and 10 with the defense trying to regroup after giving up the big pass.
Pass is complete. It's a 7-yard gain to the tight end on a quick route. Going to be 2nd and 3 from the 15-yard line. 4:40 remaining.
They need about 3 yards to get the first here on 2nd down. Could they get another interception here? That's what they got last time this offense was in the red zone.
Complete over the middle. The halfback angle from left to right finds Radford open in the middle of the field. He's going to set up App State with a 1st and goal from Navy's 7-yard line with just a hair over 4 minutes remaining. We're about halfway through the final frame.
And goal, 4th quarter, all tied up. What's it going to be?
Handoff up the gut to Radford. He's got clear sailing into the paint. And that's 6 points for App State. They retake the lead, 27-21, awaiting the extra point.
Converts the extra point. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. Sends it sailing.
Kickoff goes deep into the Navy end zone. They'll take the touchback and will start with the football at their 25-yard line. 3:48 remaining and all 3 timeouts.
Well, this is what it's all about. You work all week. You get into a position to compete in the game. It comes down to the fourth quarter where you need a drive and you need a touchdown. Who can step up? I need to see a playmaker right here step up and make a play to give themselves a chance to score a touchdown.
Things aren't tied, but they might as well be. It's this drive that could really dictate the tone for the last quarter. A quarterback in the gun with 5 receivers.
5 wide receivers for Navy here on this first down play. Caught on the drag route. He's got room to work with and gets upfield for another 7. A 12-yard gain. Takes the ball out to the 37.
With the extra defensive back.
No huddle here by Navy.
5 wide.
Trying to catch App State off guard, but the pass rush gets home. The defensive tackle beat the right guard on the play. And that's going to be 2nd and 18 now at the 29-yard line.
They find themselves in a hole here after that sack. It's 2nd and long. They'll spread the field with 5 wide.
Caught over the middle by Wright. Picks up 2 after the play. Now going to be 3rd and 4, and Navy once again goes to the no huddle, trying to catch App State off guard on this big 3rd down play. And he spins, pirouettes, and falls forward beyond the marker. It's a first down for Navy, just inside the 3-minute mark. Navy just past midfield.
And he's going to be sacked.
Man, these guys can be aggressive.
Down goes Avey. That's the 5th sack of the day for App State. That defensive line getting good pressure today, all day.
So the sack makes this a 2nd and
2nd and 18, but you figure at this moment in the game, this is probably 4-down territory.
shotgun and 5 wide outs.
Caught over the middle.
Complete over the middle.
Picks up good yardage.
44-yard line.
Another 14-yard gain on 2nd and 18, and once again a 3rd and 4 for the midshipmen. We approach the 2-minute mark. The ball at the 44-yard line of App State. Navy with 2 chances here to convert.
There are 2 minutes to go in this football game. They're one of the loudest crowds in the country, and they are on their feet.
Quick pass. He was under heavy pressure. It had to be quick,
32-yard line.
and it was successful. Excellent execution there by the Navy offense. Garners another first down, and they continue to march. Ball now at the 32-yard line of App State. This time, the pass rush was good as always,
Play of the drive.
but Navy got rid of the ball quickly.
They come out in a 5 wide set.
Rolls out to the left. Skirts a tackler and a second, and Aby's off and running.
He's knocked down.
The 3rd tackler can't get him. Aby comes up with a huge play. A massive play by Aby.
Everyone I see just walks the walk with gritted teeth, but I just stand by and I wave by time they say you gotta toe the line. They want the water, not the wine, but when I see the signs, I'll jump on that lightning bolt.
13-yard line.
13-yard line. Left hash is where it sits.
In the fourth quarter.
1:28 to go. Looked like a man was offsides, and they caught him.
6-yard line.
This is going to be a coach's decision here between taking and declining the penalty. Navy declines, but the clock does stop with the flag.
Second down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down.
Almost intercepted, deflected, tight coverage there on the play. Navy lucky to get away with that one.
But that ball's right in his hands. He just dropped it.
Now 3rd and 3 from the 6.
They line up for another third down, and they've had no problem converting their first 2. 5 guys will be out in the pattern as they're in the shotgun.
Back to pass goes Aby. Looking, finds a man running from right to left. And he's got the first down. It's 1st and goal from the 3. I normally don't make it a habit of calling out people in the lobby unless they say hello, but Demskins 17.
This is the 12th play of
I gotta ask, is that Doug Williams? It ought to be.
just over.
And now 1st and goal for Navy. 1:05 and counting. Touchdown, midshipman.
So obviously a lot of excitement about that score here early in the fourth.
.49 seconds to work with for App State. They begin at their 25. Tie ball game. They have all 3 timeouts. So does Navy.
So here we are early in the fourth quarter in a tie ball game and a big possession coming up here. He scrambled. He airs it out. And he's got it.
Just beyond the defense, the halfback
Touchdown save.
play,
But it leaves him with a first and
and he eschews the touchdown. It was the halfback wheel route once again. The defense had it this time. The defense had it covered. But the pass was 1 pixel inside the coverage. And App State gets a massive play, and now running inside the end line, running inside the goal line, means that App State has the ball at the 4-yard line of Navy here on 1st and goal.
so here's where we find out who.
Navy uses the timeout to stop the clock.
Watch out for a pass play when you're in a goal line D. And there he is.
Touchdown App State on the first play. And with 27 seconds remaining, Navy will have 3 timeouts. Check that, 2 timeouts. And a small chance to respond.
He splits the uprights with the extra point.
You got to run quick plays. And you got to get yards. You got to get yourself to a position at the 20 or so where you can take a couple of shots. That's the goal. To get to the 20, 25 yard line, you can take 2 shots. Would really be the ideal. But you're going to have to move the ball quickly. Now, you do have the 2 timeouts. That opens up a lot of the field. But still a tough proposition for any coach.
Both teams realize that when the ball is snapped, we're 1 play away from a very different ball game. There are 5 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. He's under pressure. He heaves it deep.
I love to see a confident quarterback, but you don't want to just go back.
That takes 7 seconds off the clock. Now 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Before you release the football.
From their own 25-yard line. It's 2nd down. They come out in an empty backfield.
That's the 6th sack of the day for App State. It's going to force Navy to call a timeout. It only takes 3 seconds, but it does knock them back 9 yards. The bigger thing is the loss of down. Now 3rd and 19. Navy needs to get the first down before they can worry about anything else.
Defense hoping for another sack here on 3rd and long. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. Now he's scrambling. Well, they've got the lead.
Incomplete pass. Now going to be 4th and 19. 11 seconds left. Navy looking for a miracle.
This could be it, fellas. It's 4th down. Rawls awaits the snap. He puts it away, and it's a great kick.
It's going to be a monster punt that settles at the 4 at the end of the game. Navy electing to punt because in this league, you're only allowed a limited number of 4th downs. They decided not to go for the 4th and 19 with 11 seconds left. The percentages were just too low. They didn't feel like the math worked out. And so thanks to a very close play, a one specific very close play, Appy State was able to get the big pass. There were 2 defenders very close, but the pass found its way to the receiver. They got all the way down to the 3, scored on the next play, after Navy valiantly tied the game again and again. Both teams playing excellent football. It was a tightly run affair, a hotly contested competition. And today, if you're a Navy fan, unfortunately, you came out just shy. But have no doubt about it, it was a very well-played game between both teams. Could have gone either way. A lot of options in that one. Just a hair short for the midshipmen. That's going to conclude the first game of our doubleheader. We'll move to the second game, which is my Syracuse Orange, facing off against number 9 Notre Dame in South Bend in the shadow of touchdown Jesus. That'll come up shortly here in just 5 or 10 minutes. Thanks for sticking with us.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We took ourselves a nice long break. It was deserved after the user-user matchup. We had a long post-game press conference in the league. We thank you for sticking around. And we are getting ready right now to kick off the Syracuse Orangemen at the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, a team that has a Irish mascot and a French name. That's Catholics for you. Quick and very important injury report here, where Brandon Wimbush, the starting quarterback, 94 overall, 14-1 touchdowns to picks in what looks like one game before getting injured. 4 games, I'm sorry, 4 games, but only one touchdown pass. That's a... 14 touchdown passes in 4 games. My bad math. It happens. That's a very good quarterback, and he is out for the season. And Bob Gillett is questionable, which means I believe he won't play, but he looks like he might be depth. And now I'm going to hand the headset over to Coach Spectre. He's going to give you the rundown of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish before he plays them. He is the head coach of the Syracuse Orangemen.
Good evening, sports fans, and a quick look at the Fighting Irish of the 9th-ranked Notre Dame. Brandon Wimbush out with the injury is huge, but Ian Book has 84 awareness. Apparently a capable junior. Comes in with almost a 170 rating, which is solid, with 5 touchdowns, no picks, 60% completion. He has played very solidly for Notre Dame. So it is a drop-off, but only from magnificent to very, very good. The halfback impact player, Tony Jones Jr., will be the one we'll be watching for. He's averaging almost 100 points, or 100 yards per game. He's not used too much in the air, but we expect he'll get the ball plenty of times. The fullback is solid, if unspectacular. And the wide receiver core, impact player Chase Claypool, a 91, getting almost 100 yards a game. We'll be looking for him in the air, number 83, Claypool. But Miles Boykin also contributing 30, and Stevenson adding another 53 out of the slot position. Alize Mack, he does in fact have an accent on that E, is the tight end, a 90 overall, and he's getting 60 yards a game. So as expected, Notre Dame's tight end, a big part of the offense. So far, excellent 90 or more at halfback 1, wide receiver 1 and 2, and tight end as well. The offensive line, a junior 86, a sophomore 88, and indeed that center is the one who's hurt is in Gillett is depth player, not important. Trevor Ruland, an excellent senior center. Aaron Banks, a solid, very good sophomore guard, and a very solid junior 87 right tackle. So no weak points on Notre Dame's offense, unless you want to consider an 87 a weakness at quarterback. Okwara, the left end, is an impact player, 87 overall. He's got almost 5 sacks so far, despite his 66 speed. Could be a force there. But Dalen Hayes, the All-American not to be overlooked, is a 94 overall. He may be quite the disruptor there at the right end position. D-tackle has Tiassem and Hinish, solid if unspectacular, with a sophomore 83 left outside, a senior 88 middle linebacker, and a sophomore 86, very good right outside linebacker. Secondary starts to get scary. You've got Julian Love, a 96 corner, and Crawford, a 91 corner, along with Vaughn, a senior with 99 awareness, backed up by Pride and Jones. They can go 5 deep at the corner position, but their top 2 Very good indeed. Free safety, a 98. Alohi Gilman is a threat, number 12. And Asmar Bilal, the strong safety, backed up by Vaughn. The 99 awareness drops to 65, but he's still quite capable as a second safety. So scary all around at every position, no weaknesses. There's a freshman, a true freshman 77 kicker. And that's about the weakest position on the roster. So Notre Dame, scary indeed. We are going to be trying to play mistake-free football and get out of here with any win whatsoever. Without any further ado, I'll pass the microphone back over to Coach Ninja. He's going to give you the play-by-play as we get underway.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Two 99 teams, or should I say 99 overall, 99 offense teams facing off here in South Bend, Indiana. Notre Dame, 12th in the country in points for, 17th in the country points against. Syracuse, second points against, 11.7, and number 1 in the country against the run, number 1 in the country defensive yards. We'll see if the 8th offensive yards in the country from Notre Dame can overcome that. Free safety, cornerback, right end. The 3 best players on the team are defensive players for Notre Dame, but a lot of players above 90. On the Orange men, it's 2 wide receivers and the punter, Hofrichter, who covers both kicking and punting duties, who cover the best.
Hi, everybody. Reese Davis with you, bringing
Because in either game,
sports
life or
NCAA
football,
14 pregame
the
show
margin for
presented
error
by
is so
Nissan.
small.
Innovation
I mean,
that excites.
one half a step
So
too
many
late
games
or too
going on
early,
around the
and you don't
country,
quite
and
make it.
rare is the
One
matchup
half second too slow, too fast, you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us.
Key matchup is everyone.
They're in every break of the
All
game,
we can do here.
every
Time to
minute,
tee it up.
every
Let's
second.
send it out to Brad and Kirk. David Niles swinging it.
On this team, we fight for that inch. On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone else around us to pieces for that inch. We claw with our fingernails for that inch. Because we know when we add up all those inches, that's gonna make the fucking difference between winning and losing. Between living and dying. I'll tell you this, in any fight, it's the guy who's willing to die who's gonna win that inch. And I know if I'm gonna have any life, it's because I'm still willing to fight and die for that inch. Because that's what living is. The 6 inches in front of your face. Now I can't make you do it. You gotta look at the guy next to you. Look into his eyes. Now I think you're gonna see a guy who will go that inch with you. You're gonna see a guy who will sacrifice himself for this team because he knows when it comes down to it, you're gonna do the same for him. That's a team, gentlemen.
Excellent kick.
Spanning more than 10 successful seasons and covering the country from California, Ohio, North Carolina, and Virginia. This is League 1 NCAA football.
Notre Dame received the touchback and will start the first possession of the game on their own 25-yard line.
Gets ready to take their first crack
4 wide receivers and 1 tight end, but they're all wide. And Claypool sheds a tackler. Hudson coming in. Chase Claypool, 54 yards on the first play of the game, and the Irish are hurrying up.
He's as electric as they come.
Quarterback all by himself in the backfield with 5 wide out.
Green into the backfield, forces the throw. Christopher Frederick deflects it.
To do sometimes.
2nd and 10 from the 21.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 21-yard line.
Tight end and the halfback on the short side of the field now for the Irish. And Book gets sacked for a big loss of 10 on 2nd down.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, I'm gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust. Shoot up.
Ball on the 31.
The Orange coming out in the quarter look against this 3rd and very long. Green gets close. Scoop Bradshaw gets a hand on and deflects the ball. It's going to be 4th and 20 from the 31. And it looks like we'll see the field goal formation from the Irish.
Notre Dame is looking to go up by 3.
And the kicker shanks it.
No good.
Well, sometimes when you see a kick like that, the kicker is trying to compensate for a fact.
It's not a lot of wind out there. I think it's about 2 miles an hour right now. That's a hard shank. I think the man has the yips. I'm not sure. I think some of the Syracuse boosters might have sent some company to his dorm room last night. Keep his mind off the game. But that's a big stop now for the Orange after that big 54-yard gain. 40 seconds into the game, it's now Orange ball. Tanuvasa to Custis on the drag. He's bracketed by 2 defenders and gets 4 yards on 1st down.
Fantastic this year, and he's garnering national attention. You sit down with this kid, he's very special. There's really no surprise he's among the nation's elite right now. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Ball on the 34.
2nd and 6 in decent field position on the 35 because of the missed field goal. Handoff to Mo Neal up the gut. He gets to the first down marker and falls forward
He could have broken it for even more.
for a new set of downs.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 41.
Shotgun normal, halfback weak, tight end and halfbacks opposite. Oh, now we've got an audible. The halfbacks move into the slot and the tight end moves out wide. Tanuvasa moves back. He passes to Neal. Neal on the drag, right to left. 10 yards and hit out of bounds, the first down marker.
Make a completion possible. You don't see it from every receiver, but this guy's got it.
Tanuvasa must have liked the defense that he saw to call that audible, and he snapped that ball quick as he could right after they lined up in a legal formation.
From the 49-yard line. First down.
Shotgun normal here, tight end and halfback in the middle of the field. It's the read option. Tanuvasa keeps it, goes outside, and then cuts back in for 8. No tight end this time. Single back offset. Handoff is to Metcalf. The other halfback, Mo Neal and Eric Metcalf, share halfback duties. They've each got a little bit of a different talent. But they both get touches for the Syracuse Orange.
From the 32-yard line, first down.
It's a shotgun normal this time, tight end, halfback, and 3 wide receivers. Metcalf in the angle route out of the backfield with a perfect spin move to add 6 yards.
The receiver to run right under it.
Halfback, tight end, opposite sides. Tanuvasa keeps. He dodges back inside because of a defensive, looked like a cornerback blitz that prevented the outside run. It's now 2nd and short, every coach's favorite down and distance, and we'll see what Coach Spectre wants to do with it.
Here's the 8th play of the series.
Shotgun split big now, 2 tight ends, 2 halfbacks, only a single receiver, and it's a passing play out of a heavy set. Metcalf out of the backfield 5 yards. And this drive so far going quite smoothly for Tommy Tanuvasa and the Orange.
It's first down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here.
1st and goal from the 6, 5 wide receivers in the shotgun. Tanuvasa scrambles out and runs into the end zone with his wide receivers moving the coverage away from him, as you see there on the overhead cam. He had gaps to run through because they drew zones. Syracuse, thanks to the shanked field goal and a well-orchestrated drive by Tommy Tanuvasa, lead 7-0 with 4:15 to go in the first here in South Bend. It's about as good a start as they could have asked for, and it's now Irish ball once again.
You never like to have to play from behind, but a deficit this manageable shouldn't be in the front of their mind. They just need to go out there and play.
Quick pass to Stevenson. There's a flag on the play. And roughing the passer, the defender got there too late on the quick pass.
They're giving away 3 yards and only making life easier for the guys on the other side of the ball.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 47-yard line.
Quick pass to the outside, and the Irishman absolutely decks the first defender, drags the other 2, and it's 11 yards as the Irish continue to hurry up. The defense sniffs out the run. It's a 4-yard loss.
They were able to penetrate the offensive line and get to the running back before that play even had a chance.
We've got a 2nd and 14. Ball on the 46-yard line. A quarterback in the gun with 5 receivers. Here they come. Fires across the middle. Brought down at the 25-yard line. That one goes for good yardage and a first down.
Yeah, that's just a nice gain on 2nd down.
They come out in an empty backfield. Dangerous throw. This one's picked off. And he is drilled at the 20-yard line.
Really nice cover skills shown here this time. That's exactly what
Scoop Bradshaw with the pick in the perfect position. Last time he got a hand on it. This time he keeps it for the pick. Notre Dame was moving the ball down the field, and it is stopped cold by the pick. And it is followed up by a one-play drive by Tommy Tanuvasa. The triple option to the triple option left. He gets outside, he dodges the safety, and he is away.
Cringer became the mighty Battle Cat, and I became He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Only 3 others share this secret.
And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Syracuse looking awfully impressive right now in defense, but we are in the first quarter.
Yeah, this is about as dominant a first quarter that we have seen in a long time. But let's see if they can continue to play this well throughout the rest of the ballgame.
Notre Dame, third possession. They've ended with a shank and a pick so far. They've got 3 wide receivers out left and, 4 out left and 1 right. They go right to Miles Boykin, for 15 yards and a first. And more hurry up. But this time Green strikes home. It's a sack of 7.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna get to 2. Another one bites the dust. Shoot up.
Book scrambles and runs right into a wall of 3 closing defenders who sniffed that out the moment he did it. That's another tackle for loss. It's 3rd and 19 now. Steph Urson has his 3rd catch of the game. He's got half of the receptions for the Irish, but it's 6 yards short of first down as he catches it at the borderline, and they're going to be forced to punt.
Walker is the punter. Syracuse lighting up the scoreboard so far, and the guys on the other sideline are having to settle for field goal.
Well, and that's got to change if they're going to have a chance to be able to win this game. They're moving the ball well, but they've got to put the ball into the end zone. The last time we saw this offense on the field, they drove the length of the field. And you think back to what that defensive coordinator tried to do. He tried to change some things up, but nothing seemed to work. It's going to be interesting to see how he can have an impact on this drive.
Here they come. Decides to slide.
That's a gain of 10 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd down, and they're about the length of the football from the first down marker.
As they now put a heavy formation up on the line of scrimmage and hand off to Neal.
And he's tackled right around the 22-yard line.
Normal halfback week out of the shotgun here as the clock is ticking down in the first. Read option, keeper to Tommy Tanuvasa. He's got a great gap, but the defenders push his blockers into him. They outmuscle, and they keep it to only about a 15-yard gain. First and 10 now from the 40.
From their own 40-yard line. First down. In the shotgun and 5 wideouts.
Custis on the drag. Wide open in the flat.
On the 49-yard line.
Moves upfield and leans into the defender. Gets 11 yards into first. It's now in enemy territory for the Syracuse Orange. Lofton in motion. Tanuvasa keeps it. No pitch. They call it 6 yards. It seems like a pretty rough spot. Four down linemen here for the Irish. A couple of linebackers real tight. Tanuvasa scrambles out, takes it himself, and that's 11 yards and out of bounds.
And he has a huge gain.
I like the decision-making ability of this quarterback. He looks, sees nothing. He didn't get rattled. He sees some green in front of him, and he takes off. Ends up with a great run.
It's the end of the first quarter, and Tommy Tanuvasa has 149 yards on the ground. The Syracuse Orange taking what the Notre Dame Fighting Irish will give them. And much to the chagrin of the Irish, they're giving quite a lot.
They come out in a 5-wide set.
Kleinberg this time on the drag route, 6 yards.
26-yard line.
Gain of 6 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
And this play is
2nd and 4 now. 4 down linemen, linebacker real close up in the middle, but that line is spread out. Metcalf out of the backfield, 2 yards, and hit immediately by the closing defender. It's 3rd and 2. Yeah.
It's 3rd down, and they're about 2 yards shy of the sticks.
No tight end, one halfback in the backfield on 3rd and 2. It is a handoff to Metcalf. Looks like the Irish weren't expecting it, and Metcalf gets 6 through a nice little gap in the line.
This drive alone, they have great rhythm right now as an offense. And look at that poor defense. They're looking over to the sidelines to the defensive coordinator for some help. They need to change things up.
And this is the 10th play of the drive.
Shotgun split offset. No tight ends this time. Plenty of receivers. Tanuvasa pitches it to Metcalf, but it was read outright. That's a 5-yard loss.
Perhaps run a screen. Maybe hit the tight end on a short pattern. This D-line is just a bit much to handle at this moment.
It's the 11th play of the drive.
2 tight end now. Single back. 2nd and 15. Metcalf is over the middle, and the spin move adds 4 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 2 now.
And his wide receivers. Even when he's a little bit off target, they can pull it in and make something happen.
And this is the 12th play of the drive.
3rd and 2, 5:30 with live clock.
They'll spread the field with 5 wide.
5 wide receivers. Custis, space on the drag route and enough space between the zones to run in for the touchdown.
When the East is in the house. Oh my God. When the East is in the house. Oh my God. When the East is in the house. Oh my God. When the East is in the house. Oh my God. When the East is in the house. Oh my God. When the East is in the house. Oh my God. When the East is in the house. Oh my God. When the East is in the house. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Nice with the extra point. So a 12-play, 92-yard drive, and it results in a touchdown.
You know, Brad, a lot of times you have to watch practice and watch a 7-on-7 drill to not see the ball touch the ground. This time they went the entire length of the field. The ball never touched the ground. Great execution by the quarterback and the receiver.
Nice kick, plenty of distance.
Harris takes the knee,
For a touchback.
Well, this defense
and
has got to be proud of what they've been able to do in this.
we'll see what Notre Dame comes up with this time with 5:20 to go in the second.
The way their offense is playing, this game is really shaping together for this team.
Things are on the verge of getting out of hand before we even hit the half. These next few drives are going to go a long way in determining what kind of game this will end up being.
Boykin
And he's immediately tackled.
jumps for it, gets 9 yards to make it 2nd and 1. And down 3 touchdowns, Notre Dame now really sort of have to be in the hurry up that they've been in all game. But that run out of the shotgun was sniffed out, tackle for loss. It's now 3rd and 4.
They're about 4 yards away here on 3rd down.
Tight end and the halfback on the left. Boykin comes in motion. Coleman at the feet, forces the throw out of bounds.
Defense got some pressure and forced a bad pass.
I think they've been a little bit more aggressive here with their pass rush, and that time it paid off.
Shocks the backup quarterback and will take all of the business.
Taking care of business every day. Taking care of business every way. I've been taking care of business. It's all mine. Taking care of business and working overtime.
Tackle made at the 30-yard line.
Michael Schumacher with a fantastic return. A couple of stutter steps there to get guys moving one way and go the other. 42-yard punt return puts the ball on the 30 for the Syracuse Orange. And the only problem now
On one side,
is,
find a way to keep building on your lead, and on the other side,
is it possible to spend 4 minutes and 24 seconds going 40 yards? Metcalf gets 8 yards on 1st down and says, you know what, we're going to try.
so it's 2nd down and about 2 yards to go.
Tommy Tanuvasa in the heavy set now. Scrambles out, and Noisy, lots of space, muscles his way through the... Noisy playing tight end. He is a strong wide receiver and gets the touchdown.
Scored that time and with authority.
Brad is a physical football player, but he's also got the finesse to make a big impact in the
hate me now. I won't stop, but I won't stop now. Can't stop, cause I can't stop now. You can hate me, you can hate me now. I hate you too, but I won't stop now. Come on, you can hate me now, cause I can't stop now. Come on, you can hate me now. You can hate me now. Told you do it now. Let's go.
I'm not sure what you mean, Coach Blitzkrieg, because I'll be honest, he doesn't go for those runs very much, so I think it's a big if. Notre Dame now 4 minutes down by 4 scores.
The defense did a nice job shutting down the offense the last time they had the ball.
This offense needs to start playing some emotional football.
Makes the catch and look out.
Claypool gets hit.
Inside the 30.
It takes 4 men to take him down. That's a huge passing play. It's his second one. He's the only man with a motor on the Irish tonight. Is Claypool. Stevenson. First down and pushed out of bounds for 12. As the Notre Dame put in a heavier set under center. The quick pass out to the tight end, Alize Mack, gets Notre Dame's first points of the game.
You want to be sure you get 6 points when you're this close to the goal line.
He makes the PAT with a 3-play, 74-yard drive. And they come away with a touchdown.
Well, Brad, right now this offense is deep, and they also took advantage of some mistakes there by the defense.
Notre Dame is ready to kick it away. He just drills this one.
Kicked shallow in the end zone. Metcalf decides to take it out. He gets a 19-yard return. It's about the 17.
Is just clicking on all cylinders, Herbie, right now. It's everything they planned for, and it's all working.
Everything is coming together for this offense. They seem to be getting better with each series. And, you know, this game started where this team was, you know, they wondered if they were going to be able to move the ball against this defense. And I think right now, I think they seem to, as I said earlier, they seem to be growing with their confidence with each possession.
5 wide.
Tanuvasa scrambles out.
Here they come.
And Anoisi with a one-handed catch from Tanuvasa, who decided, you know what, I'm not going to run this time. I'm going to pass it. Anoisi reached out and snatched it.
First down, 10 yards to go.
Live clock under 3.5 minutes. Shotgun normal, halfback weak. Keeper by Tanuvasa. He gets 8 yards on the first down read option as he's pursued from behind by a blitzing corner. Blitzing secondary, I should say. No, that's a corner, not a safety. Shotgun split off set now. Tanuvasa keeps it. He gets across the first down marker and decides he doesn't need to pitch it and gets the safe play. As we see a little bit of hurry up here from the orange. Metcalf out of the backfield on the angle. 8 yards for 2nd and 2.
Will be out in the pattern as they're in the shotgun.
5 wide. Tanuvasa doesn't like it. He's scrambling. He's got lots of space. He gets the first down but can't get past the second layer as the defenders peel off of their coverage.
From the 48-yard line, it's first down.
Backup quarterback now. Culpepper hands it off to Metcalf. It's 3 yards up the gut. This time Culpepper throws it to Mo Neal, who gets 12 yards. It's his second catch of the game.
From the 33-yard line. First down. They come out in an empty backfield.
Rex Culpepper now alone in the empty backfield. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Tommy Tanuvasa.
Slings it.
And Lofton, coming left to right, gets 8 yards for 2nd and 2.
That is a great example of the quarterback seeing the whole field and finding the guy who had the best chance of making a catch.
It's second down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks.
Lofton comes in motion. And this time the pitch goes out to Lofton, and he runs it in for the touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. A 9-play, 84-yard drive.
Notre Dame will get the ball back with 1:15 left to go in the half. Down 35-7.
Overall, well-executed touchdown drive.
He kicks it off, and he got all of that one.
Claypool takes the knee
Zone for a touchback.
for the touchback.
Offensive coordinators have to be loving this. In fact, you can look over at our booth next to us and see how much they're enjoying with a big smile on their face. The defensive coordinators, on the other hand, might be looking for a pink slip on Monday.
It's still only the second quarter. We've got a lot of football left, but I got to say, this one is teetering on the brink of a blowout. Tailback brought down.
Tackle for loss as they try to hand it off.
Time out of the half here. And the linebacker
Linebacker makes a great move to snatch the ankles out from under the halfback. As
It's second and 13.
the Irish call a timeout.
Their own 22. He's in trouble. Going right to his tailback.
The pass to the halfback, they give him forward progress over the line of scrimmage.
Into double coverage, and that's going to be picked
And that's a massive pick by Frederick.
at the 39.
Boy, another
Lofton in motion. Tanuvasa keeps it up the gut, 8 yards. Live clock, less than a minute. Two tight ends. Metcalf
Looks over the middle. Caught
on the deep angle.
at the 12-yard line.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 12 with 38.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 12.
Lofton comes in motion. Tommy Tanuvasa keeps it and gets
They hit him in the backfield. Syracuse going to have to use their
clotheslined and loses a yard.
decisive at all on that option. And once
Timeout called by Syracuse.
no place to go.
the 13-yard line. It's second down.
Shotgun spread, handoff to Metcalf. Bounced around, gets 4 yards to make it 3rd and 7. And we're seeing hurry up here from the Orange. Live clock 10 seconds. Metcalf with the angle, and he crosses the plane for a touchdown.
That makes it 3 touchdown passes this half.
This quarterback is going to continue to tear him up until they get some pressure on him.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Here I am, rocked you like a hurricane. Here I am, rocked you like a hurricane. Rocked you like a
Notre Dame takes the knee. We'll see if they want or can do anything with 5 seconds.
I'm really surprised how lopsided this first half has been. But this is college football, and no matter what the score is, the adrenaline's always pumping on both sides. Well, they run it left in a nice.
Tony Jones Jr. takes the tackle for loss.
We got a bit of a lap.
Tony Jones Jr. takes the tackle for loss.
Hi, everybody. Glad to have you with us on the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Reese Davis, David Pollack here in the studio as always to lend a little perspective to what just went down in the first 30 minutes. This is the kind of game that people out there watching just love. These two offenses, look, they're not prolific in the passing game. They are spinning the magic beam.
So that's beyond prolific?
That's when it's going in the right direction. All the route concepts are just right. Everything's right where it's supposed to be. Quarterback's right on time. Hit that fifth step. Boom! Come out, make a play. It's been easy.
I don't think you need me. I think you just summed it up perfectly. I mean, it was.
I always need you.
It was a clinic. No, you don't. But it was a 7-on-7 clinic. You didn't need defense out there. It looked like you were just playing pitch and catch in the summertime. Hey, you're my favorite wide receiver. Go deep. Hey, come back at this length. We're going to throw it to you. Quarterbacks, receivers, all doing what they're supposed to do. And it looks pretty good. Not for the defenses, but the offense looks like they're pretty sharpened up.
That'll do it here in the studio at halftime. We'll try to see if Pollack can bring a little energy in the second half. Got a lot of games to watch, including yours. Brad and Kirk ready for the second half.
A quick look at the halftime stats here. It is 42-7, 15-8 in first downs, 394 total offense to 190, 22 rushes for 231 yards and 3 touchdowns for the Syracuse Orange versus 7 rushes for a minus 29. That's a fair number of sacks for Notre Dame. The Orange are 16 for 163, whereas Notre Dame is 11 for 16 for 219 in yardage. One team is perfect on third down, the other is no success on third down, and 2 turnovers, 2 interceptions for Notre Dame. That's given Syracuse the ability to have this 12-minute time of possession to 4-minute time of possession and this 454 yards to 190 yards that they do currently have. On the player side of the ball, Tommy Tanuvasa is 15 for 15 with a 250 rating, 151 yards, 3 touchdowns. Rex Culpepper has thrown 1 pass for 12 yards and is therefore entitled to a 200.7 rating. Notre Dame, Ian Brook, the number 2 quarterback for the Irish because the number 1 is out for the season, is 11 for 16 for 219. He has 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. That is a 68% and a rating of 179.3, which is actually a very good rating considering how many yards he's given up. Rushing, Jones Jr. on 4 attempts has a -2 average as the aggression of the Orange is keeping the halfback behind the line of scrimmage, in addition to the 3 sacks for a loss of 19 for Ian Book. Syracuse, on the other hand, Tommy Tanuvasa, the story of this game to date, 171 yards on the ground out of 13 attempts, many of them options, many of them scrambles, about 50-50. He's got 2 touchdowns as well out of those scrambles. Fantastic game for Tommy Tanuvasa. As we now kick off the third quarter, Metcalf catches it in the end zone and decides to take it out. Stops short of the 20. One halfback offset, no tight ends. The handoff is to Neal. He has good run blocking and makes some moves for 8. It's going to be every coach's favorite down and distance, 2nd and 2, or 2nd and short.
So it's 2nd down and about 2 yards to go.
Shotgun halfback weak. Tommy Tanuvasa keeps it on the read option. He's tackled after a 6-yard gain.
Well, this is a perfect illustration of how to run the option, and it was perfect enough to get the first right there.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 30-yard line. They'll spread the field here. Let's see what
5 wide receivers, backup court. No, Tommy Tanuvasa, sorry. I read the number on the back wrong. It has a scramble in between the gaps,
This is a pretty tough guy,
and he gets first
He's gonna
down.
do whatever it takes to help his team.
That makes it 1st and 10. Number 31 comes in at quarterback.
Mo Neal muscles forward for a 4-yard gain on first down.
That makes it 2nd and 6. Number 34 is in.
It's 2nd down, 6 yards to go. Ball on the 44. Syracuse.
Shotgun normal.
Advantage.
Halfback tight end, same side, right side on the left hash. Tanuvasa scrambles, throws to Custis, who has to come back for it and moves back across the first down marker for the first down.
What, the defense gambled a bit here and came with the blitz, and the quarterback showed tremendous poise by making a good read and delivered
first and 10. Ball on the 44-yard line.
Heavy set now with a fullback in behind Tanuvasa. He scrambles out.
Scrambling around. Quarterback's gonna
Does a great job dodging the single defender that came down for him and gets 11 yards on the ground. That is Tanuvasa's 16th rush of the game.
from the 33-yard line. It's first down.
Rex Culpepper in now. Hands off to Mo Neal with a wide open gap.
22. Here's the 8th play of the series.
Another heavy set here. Fullback and halfback for the Orange. Tammy Tanuvasa scrambles. He throws the fullback,
There's a strike complete.
who gets the first down, muscling through two defenders.
Fooled on that one.
Hey, that was a good job here by the quarterback. That could have play fake as a real weapon against an aggressive defense like this.
We're at play number 9 of this current drive. Syracuse.
Shotgun normal, halfback weak. Tommy Tanuvasa doesn't like anything, and that's a coverage sack
From the pressure.
for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. They're down 42-7, but they have not given up.
Play of the drive. They come out in a 5-wide set.
And it goes right over the defense to a Noisy, 21 yards and a touch.
These guys need to be aware this aerial attack is capable of making some big plays.
When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. Oh my God.
And he hits the PAT. A 10-play, 83-yard drive. And they come away with a touchdown. Looks like they're ready for the kick. Sends it sailing downfield. This one's going to be down to
Deep into the end zone, Notre Dame gets the ball back on their own 25.
These coaches love to coach a guy
49-7, and they come out onto the field with two halfbacks and three wide receivers.
here and try to stay competitive. If you're going to get blown out, you at least want to go down swinging. And he has it on the corner.
Dion McIntosh, the second halfback, comes out of the backfield for a 12-yard gain.
Can they make a good throw under pressure when one or two or three guys are coming right at him? I think this young passer has proven that, yes, he can.
Back-to-back passes to McIntosh,
They got to the quarterback a little late there.
and the penalty will give another 15 yards.
The defense gives up some free yards to the offense.
You know, penalties can ruin a team's chances to win if they commit too many.
32-yard line.
In enemy territory for the first time in a little while, the Irish single back. And Coleman comes through for the sack.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna get to two. Another one bites the dust. Shoot out.
A hole here after that sack. It's 2nd and long.
3 down linemen now as the tight end and halfback are in the middle of the field. Tight end in motion, left to right. And Green lined up against that tight end. The tight end can't get a hand on him and comes back for another sack.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna get to two.
3rd and a mile now for the Irish.
Shoot out.
5 wide receivers in the formation. And now he's got room to
Pressure forces the check down pass to Chris Finke. He gets 11 yards, which is not enough for first down on 3rd and 29.
Into a hole on 1st and 2nd down, so the defense didn't really have to put too much thought in how to defend on that 3rd down.
The punter is going to try to pin them deep in their own territory with a good punt here.
Punt goes out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be around the 15.
This young quarterback's been a big factor today, Kirk.
The thing that's been unique about watching
Call it the 14-yard line as Syracuse has the ball with 2:32 in the 3rd, up by 42 points.
his ability to get outside of the pocket and break contain to keep the play alive.
Syracuse up big.
The pitch is to Metcalf
He's got an opening, and now he pitches it. They go to the
and gets 5 yards.
Metcalf comes away with 5 yards on the carry. It's 2nd and 5 here. Ball on the 19. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers.
Custis on the drag, open as he has been all this game. He gets 10 yards in the first down.
This comes down to the timing between the quarterback and the receiver, and the result, again, a nice play for the offense.
Tanuvasa scrambles out of the backfield,
Decides to tuck it in, and he's got
gets past the first end marker and says, I'm done.
Quarterbacks who can run the ball are so hard to stop. You have to scheme around them, which takes the best coverages out of your defensive playbook.
from their own 42-yard line. First down.
Go that way, go that way.
He has some room. Slides down to the ground. So they go on the ground and pick up another first.
It's Culpepper this time with the quarterback keeper.
If they keep this up, it'll be hard to keep them out of the end zone.
From the 47-yard line, it's first down. They'll bring him down.
3-yard gain on the quarterback keeper to Tommy Tanuvasa on the read option.
Syracuse comes to the line. They got a big advantage in this one.
Lofton motion right to left. It's a screen. He got swallowed up by good coverage for a 1-yard loss.
1-yard loss on that one.
Really, they just had nowhere to go after the catch.
Third down now. They need to get it down to the 37. They spread the field in the gun with 5 wide receivers. 3 down.
First and 10 now from the 11.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 11-yard line. Syracuse looking to build on this commanding lead here. And he's taken down at the 3.
And a big gain for Metcalf. 8 yards on first down to make it 2nd and 2 from the 3.
This is the 10th play of this drive. 5 wide.
To the slant of James Lofton. That's another touchdown for Tommy Tanuvasa.
I won't stop, but I won't stop now. Can't stop, 'cause I can't stop now. You can hate me now. I hate you too, but I won't stop now. Come on, 'cause I can't stop now. Come on, you can hate me now. You can hate me now. You can hate me now. Do it now, told you, do it now. Let's go.
All day long. And for Miami, they're looking to win their 3rd straight.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff.
Harris deep to return.
He sends this one deep. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Notre Dame's had a really hard time establishing any kind of rhythm on offense today.
Yeah, and we're so used to seeing that from them. They might want to go back and look at this film and try to study to see what they didn't do well, because this is not the type of offense you'd expect to see from these guys.
And it'll be interesting to see how much fight this team has left in them. This has been a brutal game. Quarterback all by himself in the backfield with 5 wideouts. Quick throw, incomplete, one of his receivers.
Incomplete as quarterback throws on the run. Stops the clock and 2nd and 10.
From their own 25-yard line. 2nd down.
Book has time this time. And Mack out of the backfield breaks one tackle.
Midfield.
Takes a few guys to take down Alize Mack. He gets a 40-yard reception.
That time.
Yeah, the big fella's pretty athletic for a tight end. And as a quarterback, it's always nice to have a big target like this to go to.
And Book scrambles out. He's met by Henderson Jr., who can't stop him. He gets an 11-yard gain. Shotgun normal, normal halfback week.
Time out of the half here.
Syracuse calls a timeout.
First and 10. Ball on the 25.
They simply have too much speed for this offensive line. They're just going to the ball.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna get to do. Another one bites the dust. Shoot up.
And he tackles him hard at the 40-yard line. And for Green, the all-time
Back-to-back sacks put the Irish way behind the marker.
And another one gone. Another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna get to do. Another one bites the dust. Shoot up.
Here comes the pressure.
And Miles Boykin has an incredible play,
But the important thing is that they held.
but it is just short of the first down. And on 4th and 1, down 56-7, the Irish are going to go for it.
They put everyone up on the line.
And the handoff to Tony Jones Jr. The outside run gets sniffed out.
On that play. Great job to pin him up.
And that's a turnover on downs.
Practice perfecting the routes. It sure shows.
From their own 41-yard line. First down.
5 minutes and a live clock.
In the shotgun.
Custis catches the ball,
Fires out to his wideout.
and he turns a 3-yard pass into an 11-yard gain for first down.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 47. Syracuse in control.
Here we go. Orange 3! Orange 3!
Gets out to around the 30.
Metcalf with a fantastic run on first down gets another.
We've got a first and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line.
And 2! Orange 3! Orange!
Makes it
Tanuvasa tripped up just after the first down marker.
down.
Quarterback made it very
His 21st run of the game. He's got more than 220 yards on the ground.
First and 10. Ball on the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Blue 4! Blue 4!
Read option, quarterback keeper. Tanuvasa scrambles after the first down marker.
They can't get this offense off the field.
Oh, they've been like a machine on this drive. Very methodical and efficient, and once again, they're moving the chains.
From the 14-yard line. First down.
Shotgun spread. Halfback offset. Handoff is to Metcalf. And he gets 10 yards up the middle.
4-yard line.
Ooh, sorry, 9 and a few feet. They call it 2nd and inches.
Less than 3 minutes in the game.
And the handoff is to Metcalf again. He gets the first down this time with a 3-yard rush. It's 1st and goal from the 1.
First and goal from the 1, looking to punch this one in. They come out in a 5-wide set.
Tanuvasa, 5 wide. And the ball is batted away. That, with 2 minutes and 38 seconds to go in the game, is Tanuvasa's first incompletion.
Play of the current drive. There are 5 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. Finds a man. Touchdown.
And Custis with a 1-yard catch for the touchdown.
See, this is running up the score, but I'm sure this coach will tell you he's just running his offense.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. Here's an update from the studio and Reese Davis.
Let's have a look at some scores from around the country. Several surprises today. The Terrapins, they believe in the adage, pass to lead, run to win. They pass, they lead with the first touchdown of the game. The Terrapins are on top, 7-0. In other games, time to check in on some action in the MAC. The Redhawks take it by 3.
Reese, we really got a lopsided game here. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off.
Hofrichter puts his leg through it, and Harris takes the knee.
This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Syracuse defense, they've got the it factor.
The it factor, the swagger, whatever you want to call it, when they take the field, they know they're better than you. And it's a group of 11, they play like they know they're going to stop you.
I don't expect any once-in-a-lifetime rallies here, but that being said, we could still see some exciting plays. Just under 3 to go in regulation. Halfback's got it on the quick throw. And he's
Tommy Jones Jr., 3 yards on the screen. And more hurry up from the Irish. Boykin, 16 yards.
4-yard line. Nice pickup as they connect on the pass play.
But they look to be in sync right now. They're both reading the defense properly, and the result is a nice game.
He goes out of bounds at about the 49.
And they call it a catch, and they say 5 yards. And Jones gets possibly his longest run of the game.
The defense burns a timeout here in an attempt to stall this no-huddle attack.
With an 8-yard gain.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. The defense puts an end to the no-huddle offense by calling timeout.
The quarterback is hit as he throws, and the defender, Scoot Bradshaw, gets his second deflection of the game.
Pass defense.
Make it 2nd and 10. Under 2 minutes in the game, Notre Dame is down 63-7.
From the 43-yard line. It's second down. Just under 2 minutes in the game. They bring him down.
Boy, this pass rush is sometimes scary.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Yeah. Hey, gonna get to do. Another one bites the dust. Shoot up.
They're on 3rd and long.
3rd and 20 now for Notre Dame. Back-to-back sacks.
But this game, quite frankly, has been over for a long time, and I'm ready for it to end. And for Green, he's very close to the record for sacks in a game.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Yeah. Hey, gonna get to do. Another one bites the dust. Shoot up.
Is the punter. And this one is a beauty. So this one goes into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Syracuse staff and their fans got to be happy this guy's on their side.
Well, with him making plays the way he did today, there's reason for their optimism and the reason they feel good about having him on their side.
We're late in the 4th quarter. This game has been a blowout.
1:05 left to go in the game. Tommy Tanuvasa comes back out onto the field in a heavy formation. He throws it to Anoisi, who goes out of bounds after 15. 5 seconds for 15 yards.
Target really anywhere on the field, but they like to get him the ball in short to medium range situations.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line. They'll spread
Shotgun 5 wide now.
defense does with a 5-wide outlook.
Tanuvasa scrambles out,
He's scrambling
slides after the first down marker.
to the ground. And that was a nice pick.
Another 5 seconds off the clock and another first down. This one forces the hurry up from the Orange because of the live clock.
Out in an empty backfield. He's on the run.
Tanuvasa, pursued by Bear,
Tackle at the 33.
throws it on the run to Jamal Custis, who, despite the press coverage, beats his man coverage.
From the 33-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 33.
They'll line up with 5 wide receivers.
Anoisi over the middle, wide open. Defender on the wrong side of him after he made the cut. 1st and 10 from the 12 with 35 seconds, and looks like Tanuvasa's been hit pretty hard on that last play.
Syracuse up big right now in this one.
Handoff is to Mo Neal. He gets 7.
Play.
It's a live clock. Under 20 seconds. It's a handoff to Metcalf.
They'll bring him down.
3rd and inches. And that's the end of the game. A blowout, 63-7. For the Syracuse Orange in South Bend.
Syracuse staff is dancing on the sideline.
An incredible game, mostly from Tanuvasa. 575 total yards between passing and running. At least 248, almost 250 yards on the ground. An incredible game from Tommy. Just incredible. And a resounding defeat for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. It really couldn't have gone any better for Syracuse. a dominant performance, 723 yards of total offense to 272. 384 yards on the ground to a negative 64. And, only 3 more yards passing. But 4 for 4 on third down versus 0 for 6. That is a huge thing in the game, as is the 2 interceptions thrown by Notre Dame. Time of possession, 23.5 to 8.5. Just a resounding performance on both passing and rushing by Tommy Tanuvasa. Thank you for joining us. We'll take a quick look at what's coming up in League 1 next week. Week 7, Memphis 3-0 at 3-1 Navy, and Syracuse 5-0 at 2-2 Duke. Because I know that Duke wins their game this week. First conference game was a late begin to the conference schedule in Week 7 for Syracuse. It's going to be the third conference game for Navy. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you again next week. Have a great week. Kick us out.